really happening. The thing that Jesus said must take place before he comes back is happening. And amid everyone saying it's not happening, you have news articles saying it's fake, it's not really happening. It is taking place. The one thing Jesus said, where he said all these things, there's going to be wars, rumors of wars, earthquakes, all this stuff. The one thing that must happen before he comes back is that every nation will hear the gospel. And there are revivals taking place. Millions of people filling fields. Literally, in person, millions of them. To repent of their sins and follow Jesus. And there's a movie coming out this weekend that is showcasing it. That's showing it. What's happening in theaters. And the enemy is trying to suppress it. But I'm asking you, go check out Multiplied movie. Go watch this with your families, with your churches. There's a link in my bio. Go click that link and watch this movie so your faith...
Nope. So once again, we have Christians who think that their worldview is the truth and is the only worldview that exists. So first he's talking about there's this one thing, going on, and really he's saying that just to get you to watch the video longer so that he can get the monetization of it. But anyway, as I continue to say stuff so that it's longer and longer, nah, just playing. So the fact of the matter is the book of the Bible is so vague on expecting a return, and John the Revelator actually believed that the return would happen in his lifetime, just as Paul believed that it'll happen in his lifetime. So they weren't even talking about the wars and rumors of wars and to be taken and earthquakes and those sort of things as a sign that is a continuous thing that's happening all the time. They expected Nero to come back, they expected Jesus to come back, and guess what? Both of them died. Neither one of them came back. So when they're talking now then, saying that, well, the one thing that has to happen is that the gospels have to be preached all over the world, and that is happening right now. Let me tell you that it's not happening in Libya. Let me tell you that it's not happening in Afghanistan. Let me tell you that if you go and try to evangelize in Saudi Arabia or the United Arab Emirates or Qatar, you're going to jail. It's not happening in those countries. It's not happening in Sudan. It is not happening in the Sentinel Islands. There are plenty of places in the world like North Korea that is not happening, like China, which holds a quarter of the people on the planet, that these big revivals is happening all over and all the people gonna hear it. It is not happening in the Tibetan hills of Nepal, or in the mountains of Tibet, nor the mountains of Nepal. It is not happening there. So it is not happening all over the world. So this is clickbait like a champ, that they would sit there and say, it's happening, so the end time is near. So you better gird up your loins and be in fear and go see this movie that I'm promoting. Because this movie is going to show you that it's happening. And I can guarantee, because I'm not going to watch it, that this movie is very selective about showing these revivals and a bunch of people in select places, not all over the world. You're not going to see it happening in North Korea. You're not going to see it happening in China. You're not going to see it happening in Saudi Arabia or Afghanistan, Iran. You're not going to see it happening there because it's not happening there. So this is just a lie that they tell in order to keep you in fear so that you will think that you're on the right path, because obviously this is what Jesus has said. When Jesus didn't write anything, and nothing that is written is of an eyewitness account. So y'all can be fooled if you want to, but I know y'all smarter than that. So always remember that you have to free yourself to be yourself, because your greatness is non-negotiable. Good journey, good vibration.